morning, good afternoon, and good evening, listeners, from wherever you're tuning into this channel across the world. Welcome to Verdict TV, and thank you for tuning into this channel. The news headline: War is coming. Ipob makes and sends fearful message. Vows to destroy Nigeria if Tinubu did not do this over Nnamdi Kanu's case. Once again, you're welcome to today's news, and kindly listen to the end. The news details. Ipob, the indigenous people of Biafra, has issued a warning following recent remarks made by former Niger Delta militant leader Asari Dokubo. Dokubo had cautioned President Bola Tinubu against releasing Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of Ipob, stating that it would prompt impunity. During a visit to Tinubu at Aso Villa, Dokubo expressed his belief that Kanu should face the consequences of his actions, asserting that his release will only contribute to the culture of lawlessness. He emphasized that Kanu's involvement in the EndSARS protests had escalated tensions and led to the loss of lives, labeling him as a criminal who should be held accountable. In response, the Ipob spokesperson, known as Powerful, indirectly addressed Dokubo's comments. Powerful listed a series of roles that Dokubo had undertaken throughout his life, highlighting his transformation from a freedom fighter to a militant and subsequently to an ex-militant. He further depicted Dokubo's journey from an oil pipeline guard to a Biafra agitator and finally to a political thug and government informant. Powerful then emphasized that Ipob stood for the freedom of all Biafrans, including those who served as oil pipeline security guards, challenging the perception that the organization was associated with militancy or pipeline guarding. He criticized the exploitation of the oil-rich Niger Delta communities, where revenues from oil were utilized to develop and enrich the northern oligarchy, while leaving the region in ruins. Addressing the issue of Kanu's detention, Powerful argued that those clamoring for his continued confinement in the Department of State Services custody failed to recognize the militancy driven by financial motives fell under the same category as terrorism and other crimes. He stressed that Kanu had never destroyed oil infrastructure nor caused harm to anyone, and therefore his prolonged detention was unjustifiable. Powerful urged caution to those seeking personal gains through Kanu's detention, referred to them as criminals. He contended that Kanu was an innocent political prisoner and a victim of ethnic profiling and prejudice. He called on the Nigerian government to adhere to court orders and release Kanu unconditionally, warning of the consequences that disobedience to the law could entail. Now we are back to the case of Ipob and Nnamdi Kanu. Of recent, Asari Dokubo, which is a former Niger Delta militant leader, actually had a closed-door meeting with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, where they had discussions about oil security. We know that Asari Dokubo is an ex-militant, is an ex-Niger Delta militant, so he knows more about that. And is presently is vast concerning oil in the Niger Delta area. So that was why he had that meeting with other prominent people at the Aso Villa. So during this meeting, Asari Dokubo actually spoke to some journalists, and he told them that Tinubu should not release Nnamdi Kanu because Nnamdi Kanu is a terrorist and his movement has actually affected a lot of people and affected and killed a lot of people. A lot of lives have been lost due to the indigenous people of Biafra movement to secession from Nigeria. So due to the statement, the Ipob spokesperson Emma Powerful has actually replied Asari Dokubo that is Asari Dokubo too also a saint? That Asari Dokubo was an ex-militant, and for you to be a militant, that means you have committed some crimes in your life. It's either you are involved in oil bunkering, oil stealing, or you have actually killed people or destroyed lives and destroyed homes. So who are you to be able to open your mouth to talk about someone that is just a political prisoner that has not committed any crimes? Who are you to open your mouth to say that he should not be released? You that you are a political thug and a government informant. So why would you say such statements that Nnamdi Kanu should not be released? So Powerful listed a series of roles that Dokubo has actually undertaken throughout his life, and he highlighted his transformation from a freedom fighter to a militant and subsequently to an ex-militant. He also talked about Dokubo's journey from being an oil pipeline guard to Biafra agitator, and finally is now a political thug. So Powerful also talked about how INEC stood for the freedom, how Ipob, stood for the freedom of all Biafrans, including those who served as oil pipeline security guards. So Ipob, as the spokesperson for Ipob, Emma Powerful, has actually said that even Ipob criticized the exploitation of oil-rich Niger Delta communities, where revenues from oil were utilized to develop and enrich the northern oligarchy. So why will Asari Dokubo be speaking ill of the Ipob leader Nnamdi Kanu? So Powerful has already urged caution to those that are seeking personal gains, people that just want to get closer to the president and they are trying to say things to get the president involved in them, that they should stop it. That Nnamdi Kanu is just an innocent political prisoner and a victim of ethnic profiling and prejudice. What do you think concerning this news? Kindly share your view in the comment section, and don't forget to like and share, and also click on the subscribe button to subscribe and the bell for more updates. We've come to the end of today's news. Thank you for listening to the end.